Well, hello there, peeps. Yes, I know it's been a long time since my last blog vid, or vlog as you like to call it. You know, that's VLOG. Yeah, I've had a very good Christmas so far. Recently, just went to just sleep over at my brother's for one night over in Bournemouth, near Hatfield and Hatchend and whatnot. And yeah, it was great to sleep in a different change of scene for a change, and give me an eye opener to explore the world. Well, the world's still out there. But more importantly, spend the time with relatives or friends, and just makes me help realise that I'm not really entirely alone in the world, which is a good thing, of course. Sorry, I'm doing that. I recently had a shave today, and unfortunately, you may or may not notice, but I accidentally had a little bit of an accident. I've had to kind of like trim and shave all this bit along here, as you can see. I know what you're thinking, but don't worry, it will all grow back, and I've got some New Year's resolutions in place. Quite a lot of them, to be exact. So I will be putting them in place tomorrow. As of tomorrow, yeah, just start my cardio again, even before the new year. Try and I think I might have piled on a few pounds, or maybe I probably haven't. But for some unknown reason, my face is a bit bloated, which is annoying. I don't know. I don't know if it's to do with the medication or other things. Maybe eating too much. Who knows? Anyway, the whole point of why I am making this vid is basically to go on. Basically, what's this vid about? Well, this video is obviously about highlighting the greatest highlights of 2012 as we go into 2013. Basically, it's my little contribution to the new year, as it were. And therefore, I'd like to wish everyone out there a Merry Christmas, or late Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year, of course. Well, not that it's a Happy New Year yet. Already, Australia, as I speak, have already celebrated their New Year, and it's gone out with a smashing start, no doubt. Of all the highlights that have happened during the year of 2012, what we had? We had the Olympics, come to London, as well as the Paralympics, which is just exciting. We've had a guy jumping out of a space station, the man who fell to Earth. And I'm not talking about the David Bowie film, I'm talking about the recent, this daredevil parachutist guy who's jumped millions of miles all the way from space back down to Earth. I'm surprised he didn't burn up in the Earth's atmosphere. It would have been shish kebabs. But thankfully, he obviously had sort of like atmosphere burning protective clothing on him. Have entered the Earth's atmosphere without a problem. For some reason, it seems metallic objects always burn up or skim around the surface, unless this is just around the stratosphere. Who knows? Or ionosphere or magnetosphere of the Earth. One is unsure, but there's one thing I know for certain: he thankfully did not burn up to a complete toast. No, he managed to reach the ground, and he was just lucky to be alive. But it made him realise what a big, huge pebble and a fortunate place our Earth really is, and it just makes you appreciate and value. Oh, sorry, I'm rocking back and forth there. How small we are in such a big, huge, vast galaxies and universe such as ours. And according to my dad, how we as a planet only contribute 8% to the Earth. We are nothing, funny enough, compared to a big, huge, big, huge universe out there. I know, and it just makes you realise how such a small little pebble we are in our solar system. Just makes you wonder that there's nothing really to actually worry or be anxious about anything. That that it's to make the best of what you have, and you know, take that, grab that chance grab that opportunity with both hands and not let go, as it were. Life's full of opportunity. This was just one of them, and he took it. He really did. Apart from people jumping out of space down to Earth, and athletes all over the world coming to, come to our Olympic Park. What else has happened? Yes, there's been the conflict over in Syria, the Arab Spring, that has also been going on, and big movies of 2012, some some big hits, and others been faced cookies or flops along the way. What else? I think us probably winning the Cricket Cup or something like that. I feel like I'm rambling on here. Basically, what I'm going on about is just loads of huge events that happened around the world throughout the last 12 months of this particular year. Another highlight was we survived the apocalypse, or that there was no apocalypse to begin with, and it was all to do with the Mayan calendar just coming to an end. Unfortunately, the media hyped it up and twisted the story to such an extent that they sent some people into hysterics with getting their rubber dinghies out in the field full of cows and horses and stuff, waiting for the earth to give way beneath them, and floods and pains and all sorts of stuff, like, oh, we're going to be hit by an asteroid. Well, funny enough, a recent asteroid came close to the Earth, but just went past us, so I suppose that could be almost seen as being apocalyptic. But no, there is no apocalypse. It's basically people just trying to make loads of money out of scaremongering. It's just a load of hypocrisy, as far as I'm concerned. No, our planet didn't get smashed into oblivion by an asteroid or anything like that at all. Well, I'm alive. Everyone's alive. I'm still here. Oh, hello. One of my friends just posted on Facebook saying it's been a roller coaster of a ride. Well, obviously it would have been. Yes, it would have been. It would have been. I think 2012 will also be the year that 4K TV. Smart TVs finally arrived, and I saw one of them in Westfield. That, I suppose, was another highlight. Other highlights personally for me, would have been going to Scotland and Liverpool. See the Beatles' homeland, see where they all lived, where they went to drink in the pub, and see all of the old glorious architecture that the Liverpoolian city had to offer, as well as the new #1 shopping mall. But it's more the history of the place of Liverpool, I think, been a highlight of 2012 that really kind of inspires me a lot, and I'm pretty sure it inspires others. I'm sure it does, yes. Probably another highlight was me broadcasting for the first time on Google. What's it called? Google something. Google Hangouts, that's the one. Google Hangouts, obviously. Probably another highlight 2012 was my previous girlfriend, who I thought I got on well with for a year, but didn't get on that terribly well at all. I think you peeps know what who I'm going on about. Yeah, I think you do. Any other highlights I'd like to contribute? Highlights. Of course, yes! Another highlight was all to do with the Queen going in 3D with a speech, and also the Diamond Jubilee. Now that would have obviously been a huge highlight of all the barges sailing past her and the royal family. Yes, I know there's going to be mixed thoughts and feelings about it. Others would say, oh, they're a waste of space. Oh, they're taking up taxpayers' money. Oh, they're part of the elite. They're all part of this and that. They're this and that in disguise. Fourth dimension, blah, blah, blah. Where I like to go on about what my dad had been really going on about, that they want as much as what we want, and my grandparents respect, honour, and love the Queen to absolute bits and pieces. We have been loyal subjects of the crown for a long time, And I know people want it all to be a republic now, you know. The monarchy have no relevance or represent no... Oh god, I feel like my mind's just going blank all over again. Like they represent no sort of something out there to people, basically. It's like we want a whole democratic republic government to take over, not have a monarchy anymore. Like they have no relevance, like they're like so way out of time and stuff. But I don't think they are, to be honest. I think it's good to have a monarchy. I know, I sound like a monarchist, I suppose that's what people would call me. But at the same time, I'm more for a republic, you know. I mean, hey, I don't want to sound like, oh, I'm a dissident or anything like that. Obviously, I do keep an eye on politics through the powers of Twitter, of all the feeds I'm getting, you know, keeping an update and stuff in the last few days of 2012. I know the weather this New Year's Eve tonight has been an absolute and utter, complete, total letdown. It's just been completely pouring out there. Oh, someone's released a firework. How nice. Yep, I can only imagine there's going to be loads and loads of firework displays out there. Yeah. Be around London Eye, no doubt, tonight. Depending on the weather, providing someone to pour it down completely still, well, still threatened to, I guess. Ah, well. What can I say? I don't think the highlights of... the weather's also been another major highlight. Loads of floods going in and out through villages up and down the country of the UK. You know, coming back to the monarchy just slightly, I can see why they wouldn't be relevant. It's like saying, oh, they're way out of time, they're not with it, they're this and that and whatever. I can't think of any words to describe it. People think I'm a total idiot saying all this. That they're reptilians in disguise. You know, there's basically just loads of conspiracy theorists trying to demean the monarchy and what they stand for, and they use up this and that and every sort of resource. You know, they've been going on almost since the dawn of time, since the monarchy was first invented and first began. Even after man's evolution, I suppose. Well, man continues to go along the evolutionary chain. I know, I sound like I'm just rambling on about God knows what. You're probably wondering, well, how am I going to celebrate? Me, I'm probably going to take it with a pinch of salt. I'm probably just going to, like, drink me... Sorry, I've had one late night too many. I know, don't worry, that's also part of my New Year's resolution, to start going to bed early and get my brain working again. But you're probably thinking like, yeah, right, like he's going to. Yeah, well, I'll prove it to you and you'll see. Starting from tomorrow night onwards. Not tonight, of course, because, you know, it's New Year's Eve and all that, but after New Year's Eve. That's when my work begins. Please... rate, subscribe, comment, like. Please also continue to subscribe to me. I like to have more subscribers, please. And also would be nice if I hear a few more comments or people like my drum cover videos and what you think of them and stuff. Would be nice to know, because I don't know if people like them or not. Are there some songs out there you like me still... Sorry, let me start again. Are there some songs out there you like me doing? Are there some songs that I covered that you don't like? You know, that's the whole point of commenting and liking or disliking any videos you don't like. Just, you know, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Let me know, peeps. Come on. You know, how can I make improvements or make myself any better than if I don't have people letting me know? You know, how it's all... Sorry, I'm just finding it hard to find words. I feel like, you know, I can't think of very much to say really, except all the highlights of the last year that have happened. Let alone 2011. Well, 2011's just about past it. I mean, look at all the achievements humanity has made, and you know, yeah, I mean, the Olympics, the Queen, and have been huge highlights so far that showed the very best of humanity. And of course, yes, there's always been the worst. There's been the presidential elections. You know, Mitt Romney didn't get in. Obama got in for a second term. Everyone thought Mitt Romney was a tool. Some thought he was a complete racist and homophobe. Others may differ on that. I don't know. You know, I'm not trying to say who's good and who's bad. I'm just saying, like, you know, this is kind of like in some ways how it's turned out. I don't know. Your views or thoughts are probably better than mine, but I keep an open, broad mind on things. What is it? What is it? I don't know. I mean, I've seen loads and loads of videos on YouTube. Some great, some fantastic, some weird, and some just so out of this world. You know, there's obviously been that overly girlfriend girl who's made that little mini music video of herself doing this, you know, this sort of like freaky smile and all that, like one of those sort of like obsessive, possessive, stalking girlfriend types. You know, it's like something out of Play Misty for Me with Clint Eastwood. You know, that one in particular. I don't know what's become of her, to be honest. I don't know if she's going to release any more videos, or maybe that was just a one-time hit, one-hit wonder. It happens. You know, people just get a little money off the old one-hit wonder thing. It's okay this way. Some people profit from it. Others have, you know, done well from it. Really. What about bands in 2012? What about music? What about more art drama? What about films? Well, there's a new film coming out. I think it's probably after the year 2012, in 2013. I think it's that there's been those couple of new films by Tom Cruise. I know recently he did the 4th installment in the franchise of Mission Impossible. That's Ghost Protocol, which I think has been very successful so far, directed by Incredibles director Brad Bird. Yep. You never thought... he hasn't done that, actually. He hasn't done that many movies, to be honest. He's only done 2, The Incredibles and Ghost Protocol, Mission Impossible 4. And... well, obviously he's probably produced and written more material than he would have directed. I think those were his greatest strengths. But, yeah, that doesn't mean he doesn't give it a go. I mean, hey, yeah, he went through it. Both his films were a success, and he's very proud of them. Anyway, the next couple of films I was mentioning was Tom Cruise in films like Oblivion. That's obviously a sci-fi action or sci-fi thriller than action, I think. Okay, sci-fi action thriller, yes. And including that other one, Jack Reacher. Now, obviously, I haven't seen Jack Reacher as of yet, but I recently saw The Hobbit, though, and boy, oh boy. Yes, I saw it in 3D. I recommend it. 4 stars. 8 out of 10. Those are the highest rating I'm going to give it. Because it's only like part 1 of a new trilogy, and it's got, you know, Gandalf the Grey. You get to see more of Gandalf the Grey, and he's brilliant. Being Ian Kennedy, he recently cried on the set, screaming and shouting, "This is not what I went into acting for!" Poor man, because it was stretching his technical ability, as he had to be in sort of like green or blue screen effects room, where they had this sort of like digital cinematography camera or somewhat on him, and he had to talk to, like, you know, cut out placards of the actors, and that must have been frustrating, because obviously those placards get well, they're probably like blue screen placards or such with little actors' faces on them photographically, and they do get replaced in post-production. But despite all that, he does it brilliantly, and my hat goes off to Ian McKellen, who, funny enough, got featured on the... No, was it opening or was it closing? Was it opening? No, I think it was closing ceremony of the Olympics, I think it was. Yeah, so he's done brilliantly. I think 2012 has been a huge highlight for Ian McKellen, you know. I think he's been brilliant, you know, as an actor and also as a human being, you know. He's done a lot, you know. And like I said before, my hat still goes off to him, and I wish him all the best and success in the future of 2013, and I hope he continues to shine. I don't know, maybe he'll go back to doing more theatre work, because he was with the RSC. I think is he still? I think he could be still working with the RSC after all this time. I think he still does plays something like Macbeth, and well, no, maybe I don't know about Macbeth. Maybe to do Romeo and Juliet or something like that. I think. Yeah, he did previous work with them in the 70s, 80s. Yeah. I mean, what else? Yeah, I mean, coming back to The Hobbit, I have to admit, when I saw it in 3D and the stereography as well as the cinematography combined was just absolutely breathtaking. It's one of the reasons why I went into photography in the first place. And, you know, I recommend you go and see it. Acting's good, special effects are very, very good. And yes, yours Gollum / Smeagol's in it. He gets up to no good. He obviously drops something in his pocket and Bilbo picks it up. Yes, we know, the story could have been changed. He could have altered it. He could have still killed Gollum, but if he did that, then it would have altered future events as we know it. But we then know that, you know, not Sanganji. I mean, I've forgotten his name. My memory's going after all these years. I don't know. Maybe back in the day, a little bit too much partying, drinking drugs. Unfortunately, ruined a bit of my memory, I fear. Oh, that's all starting to catch up with me, as you probably noticed along in this video. Oh, God. Frodo! That's the one, Frodo. Bilbo's nephew. That's what I was talking about. Had he killed Gollum, Smeagol, then Frodo would have got to meet him and find out why how he changed the way he changed. So it's a love-hate relationship with Gollum / Smeagol, I mean, or Gollum as you still want to call him. I don't know, Smeagol, Gollum. I know he suffers from the ring basically twisted his mind, and he suffers from a split personality disorder or multiple split personality disorder, probably be of a narcissistic kind. Yeesh. So Gollum's like his alter ego, really. Whereas real ego identity is Smeagol. So it's like two people and two body. I know, freaky. But I feel like both these films highlight and raise awareness away of mental illness in a way, very cleverly. Of how JR went on about it, you know. And it's about how mental illness, obsession, and you know, it's raising awareness of how all of that can accumulate and cause that person to become very, very ill, as in Gollum's case. So he's a very tragic figure of a character, you know. It's like you wanna love him, but you hate him at the same time because of the things he's done under his illness and all that, and how Sauron's ring with its power just. That's basically what the thematic elements of the story in both The Hobbit and that of Lord of the Rings was about how absolute power can twist, corrupt, and unfortunately drive people mentally ill. I don't like using the word insanity too much. Yes, madness, craziness, but I think it's just what you have can destroy, corrupt, and just drive you to complete mental illness. Really, it's horrible. And in Gollum / Smeagol's case, that's what happened. You know, and it wasn't just the mental, psychological change, but the physical change. The ring just transformed him metamorphically. You know, it's horrible. It's very, 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 very tragic story. I think Gollum's story has no doubt been the most highlight in this story, as well as that of 2012, and I think, you know, I suppose reflects on a lot of sporting personalities and those who I suppose, became so power hungry that and upset, and it's all about basically the thematic elements of human beings, and how their humanity gets driven out and replaced by greed, hunger, greed, and corruption of a kind. I guess that's become only more and more observed throughout these last 12 months, or last few years leading up to the end of the Mayan calendar. They say at the end of the that being the end of the Mayan calendar was an end to ignorance and a new age and a new dawn of awareness and acceptance. I don't know. But like I said before, please go and watch The Hobbit. I recommend it. You'll love it. Won't be in the cinemas for too long though, so go and see it while you still can. I've already seen it once, but who knows? I might go see it twice, but for this in 2D maybe. Other film I want to see Life of Pi. That's worth watching. Film highlight 2012. Ang Lee, yep, he struck gold again and got a few Oscars. I know he did that gay cowboy movie, including the first movie known as Hulk, which got redone by Lucius Leterrier and got renamed The Incredible Hulk. I know people still talk about, say, oh, maybe that is the ultimate cut, and maybe I don't know if The Incredible Hulk is to be seen as a sequel to that, but it can't be because it's like it restart the whole Marvel franchise again. I can see why, because it became a bit too psychological and too cerebral in a way, and lost the plot a little bit, when a bit of a doolally direction. Yeah, I think Hollywood at this year around has been very kind to Ang Lee. He is a terrific director. He wanted to bring a different angle and a different look to The Incredible Hulk, but fans and Marvel diehardists complained, and yeah, it just went all a bit pear-shaped. What couldn't might have been, eh? What couldn't might have been. Anyway, before I dwindle, before I doolally or before I gather on too long, I'll end this video around 30 minutes. Sorry if it's been a long video than usual, but I think, what the hell, it's the new year, might as well before it's all over. Yep, so we talked about all the highlights and events the last 12 months, the Olympics, the Queen, movies, music. I don't think I talked music very much. Sorry, for some unknown reason my memory's been a little bit bleh at the moment. It's just like a bit of a block. It's like it's allowing some things to come out of my brain, others not. Well, we had the guy jump from space, and then we had, we had the World Cup on top of that. Oh yeah, tennis, of course. We had the ATP, Roger Federer winning again, and also this highlight of summer at Wimbledon with Andy Murray. He nearly came so close. I know. I still got the actual footage of it. I might have to put it onto DVD at some point. Will do, because it's kind of like a historical moment, and people can think, who cares? Another year gone, you're going to get that and that and that. But it's footage of the Wimbledon highlights of showing what could and might have been had he won against Roger Federer. Wimbledon can be cruel sometimes. Any sport can be cruel on such victories. There are many sporting personalities out there. But who knows, one day Andy Murray's time to be number one will come. His time will come, sooner or later, and Roger Federer, who knows? Who knows? Well, I guess that's probably just about all the highlights of the old year of 2012, I have to admit, and as we embrace the new year, I hope it brings you all kinds of prosperity, some great, okay, maybe some less than great, but other than that, stay positive, stay happy, and I hope to see you all the next day within that year. And until the next time, my chums, cha-cha for now. Bye. Happy New Year.